Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel, Sweet Such Sharon on YouTube, and my name is Sharon Henry. Guys, it's today. It's beautiful sunshine. Finally, it looks like I don't want to say finally because it's gonna get a little bit cooler again, but today is very nice. I went outside, the weather is good, so I'm just gonna take advantage of today, getting some plants out and everything. However, again, I said welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. So guys, I um want to talk about something interesting. It's in the news. It happened from the other day where French President Emmanuel Macron was smacked in his mouth by his wife Brigitte Macron. Guys, that's very interesting because, as we know, or if we didn't know, this woman is about 20 years this man's senior. I believe they were both teachers. I know that she taught him in school. And it's funny how somebody 20 years, the senior of another, she's a teacher, he's a student. I don't know if it's completely how it goes, but they got together when he was very, very young and she was quite older. And it was like business as usual. But I recall many, many times when it happened in other parts of the world when teachers date their students, sometimes the teachers end up in jail. I'm saying this to say that these people are so immoral, and it's different on which side you are on or on who you are. If you're a nobody, who they call nobody, when anything is wrong, when they do anything, when those people do anything that is immoral, they seem to get away with it. But other people, they will be criticized. It would be against the law and all of that. And as I say this, I am reminded of the then British Prime Minister. Is not a Prime Minister again. He was he was a Prime Minister in England with a girlfriend, a baby mother. And as I said again, he was a Prime Minister with a girlfriend, with a baby. Nobody, it was not a problem on the world stage. Nobody was criticizing it. But Barack Obama's wife was called his baby mama. Yeah. So it depends on who you are. It depends on, I don't want to go with the race card or the color scheme thing. But look into it, So let's go back to Mrs. Macron, who smacked the clout in his mouth, and when I sat and I listened and I reacted to it and I said, yes, okay. We see this one for all the problems that they cause in Burkina Faso. That one could amount to that clout in it, that mouth, that clout got, that punch in his mouth. He needs some more. Guys, she had a meltdown. I don't know what he did to her. If he was hitting on the flight attendants or whatever he was doing when they were in the flight. It's a laughing matter. But he actually obviously did something that, caused her to have that meltdown. And even when they were coming out of the plane, there was a kind of the President of America and his wife moment. President Trump and Melania moment when he was trying to take her hand and she said, no way, don't, not in words, but in action. No, we're not coming off this plane like everything is okay, And, I think he was so shocked when it was caught on camera. Listen, guys, there's a lot of things going on behind the scene with these people. whether it's in Buckingham Palace, whether it's in the House of Commons, in the White House. There are a lot of things that are going on that is nasty, as our president in America would say, very nasty and dirty. But sometimes because they're behind closed door, we don't know. And when they do it, it's okay. But when it happened to other people or anything happened, sometimes I wonder. To tell you something, I'm not a fan of P. Diddy, but when it's spousal abuse, okay. When a woman can just, or anybody can snuff their partner in the mouth and come off a plane like nothing wrong, why is P. Diddy in prison then when he was drugging the girl in the hotel? If it's wrong for him, why it's not wrong for the wife of the president of France? That I'm saying what P. Diddy did is right. No, I despise the guy. He's the scum of the earth. Those are the names that he's called. What about scum of the earth with this woman who hit his or her husband in his mouth? How come it's different? Me no know. But let me tell you something. Lady Macron, hey, I applaud you. I don't know what the problem is, and as Jamaica say, me no know what the problem in Africa, in Nigeria, they say we no know what's the walla. But yeah, thank you, lady, for shut him up. And if these wives would stand up to these men who think they're bigger than the world and they can call people any name, they can do anything to people and get away with it. If these wives were standing up, they would be better men. But they don't want to lose their privilege. They don't want to use their high privilege. So they sit down with these men and take abuse. And some way, somehow, it's gonna come out. The world is gonna see it. If it even take a smack in the mouth. Guys, when I look at what all of these so-called leaders can do and get away with it, and I look how they treat people around the world, how they call people names, the last insult was the president of America calling Africa shithole countries. And the other day I was watching YouTube and see in America, in some places in America that run down, lack of funding, people are living like pigs and dogs. In some of those counties, or there are no gas station, no supermarket. They're like ghost town. The homes that they live in and everything. Let me tell you something. There are a lot of trouble in the world, but we only see the capitals of the world where things look good. And they deem the Caribbean and Africa as shithole countries. But trust me, a lot of things are going on. They have problem too. And I know a lot of you are gonna come at me, but yeah, my shoulder is broad enough. Come at me. But we need to make people be responsible for their nastiness. They need to be showed up. And if we cannot tell them, it's gonna happen right in front of our eyes. It's gonna boil over like a boiling pot that boils and boils, and then it run over, that everybody can see everything that is in the pot. Yeah, I'm telling you. So if those presidents, if their wives were standing up against the injustice that they're meeting out in the world would be a better place. Because women have power. Women have power. They don't have to take abuse, and they don't have to massage these men when they do something wrong. So the world is laughing, but there are more laughs to come. The world is laughing, but there are more to come. We're gonna see that they are not that pretty and nice as we think they are, right? And the Caribbean and Africa is thriving. We hold up those people high like they're gods on earth, they're demigods. We hold them up. But let me tell you something. We're gonna see that those countries and the leaders of those countries are gonna destroy, when they finish destroy people around the world, they're gonna destroy themselves. Yes, their house of cards is gonna break down and pop down, and people are gonna see in their nasty houses. Yeah, man, I tell you. So, guys, my real beef with this, I'm not upset that he get a fist in his mouth. No, my real beef with this is how can he do it? And it's like a comedy. Like, even when you go on the news and the way they're talking about it, it's not talked about like it's something that is wrong. And nobody's saying, I wonder what is going on, why she had to do that. Because she's showing that I'm a woman. Whatever you say to me or do to me, I have feelings. And if she can react like that, and I'm not a woman against violence, whether you're beating your man or your man beating you, I'm not a part of it. But sometimes, guys, the cup run over and reaction take place. And that's how, we see that it's not peachy on the other side as we think. And so I'm telling you, disenfranchised people who they deem as third world country and treat us like we're nothing, it's time for us to step up. Because, listen, whether you believe it or not, decent people live on the other side of the track. Yes, and these other people that we hold up, they have trouble in their yard. I was looking at another documentary, and this is happening in South Africa. Reverse racism is happening in South Africa. At least that's what the white people in South Africa call it. That, hey, we are being racist against. And I saw this black YouTuber from England went there to kind of talk to them about what they're going through in South Africa. And there was this young white African guy. He was so mad. Why are they doing this to us? We white people teach them what they know. And the guy said to him, but yeah, I understand how you feel. But remember, 45 years ago, 50 years ago, Black children in South Africa could not go to prestigious schools. They could not work in banks. They could not work in supermarkets. They could not own cars because they were oppressed, beaten by police officers, run down in the streets, sprayed down with high-powered water machines, treated like dogs, live on the fringes of society in South Africa. Now it's happening to you. I'm not saying that you deserve this, but would you take a little time to sit down and think about what they were going through and what you are going through, that it is similar and it's not right for anyone? No, I was not there. I am not the one who do it to them. Guy, your forefathers, not even forefathers, your parents did it to them. It's just 40 years ago. 50 years ago, your parent did it to them. Is when Nelson Mandela came out of prison. And hey, praise the Almighty God, because I don't know how Nelson Mandela lived through it. I don't know. And lived so long to come out of prison, be a president in his own country, turned it around, and listen, I listened to his speech and he preached equality. He talked about equality for everybody. Although the white people in South Africa treated the black people like that, and the world stood, watched it happen and did nothing about it. But when they call a referendum, that's how the white government was voted out, by the majority, who are black people who got the right to vote. Trust me. They had to take it by force. And Nelson Mandela came out of prison and preached equality. But maybe it didn't go like the way a lot of people wanted it to go. But now, the black kids in South Africa can get to express themselves. They're intelligent people. They can get to go to school, learn something, make better of themselves. Now everybody upset. And let me tell you something. If you go and watch the documentary, just go and watch it. What is happening in South Africa now? Reverse racism. Maybe you put in South Africa, put in reverse racism, because that's what it is called. And listen, if you see the squalor that some of those, and let me tell you something, don't make a mistake about it. Black people are still poor in South Africa. Many black people are poor in South Africa because they cannot. It's hard to get out of the rut that they were pushed down in by the white government in South Africa, the apartheid government, which the world stood by and let happen for many years. Okay? So let me tell you something. What do I call my my vlog today? Reverse racism? Is that what I should call it? Maybe. But let me tell you something. It is kind of coming together now, where we all can see that it is not as nice on the other side of the track as we think. And on the other side of the track, they're good people. But because they were stumped, freedom was taken away from them, they could rise. But now they're rising and rising and rising and rising. And we are seeing that, we're seeing that a lot of people were disenfranchised. A lot of people were taken advantage of. Yeah. Burkina Faso, you saw what happened. And now that the country is getting back on track with this hero that is in Burkina Faso, now it's a problem everywhere, and everybody's coming out with their negative. Yeah, there are a lot of positives, but positive for money. A lot of the AI thing that used to going on the internet about Ibrahim Traore. Don't listen to all the hypes, because what they're doing is still making money out of the demise of the people. Let's hear the true story, that this young man truly wants his country to be better. Okay? Truly want his country to be better. And a lot of people are on YouTube. A lot of AI videos are on YouTube, showing him. You think it's easy for him? It's not easy. They want to kill him. All right? They want to kill him. So let us just understand that it is not what we think. The world can be a better place if we just be honest of what is going on. All right? And again, Lady Macron, thank you for showing us that it is not that peachy on the other side. All right? So thank you, everyone. And God bless. Bless up, and we will talk again. Ciao and peace out.